Jug as well as the Monkey King farm, where maybe in that 4 position, where we'd see like the Lina, we've seen get Ags or like what I've been seeing at least in the China.
For fighting Pandas at the moment. Brawl doing pretty well on mid lane.
Got the cold embrace.
Yeah.
Black Cannon will try to walk away, and there's first blood for the side of fighting Pandas. 897, and he's very far forward at the moment.
897 should know though. He saw Snake King, so let's see if he can. No,
Shockwave skewer. And creeps were taking the shots under the tower. One shot comes in. He's got the refraction for a moment and goes into the meld. And we'll come out of it. Boundless Strike comes through and...
what happened to 897 there? He saw it. Like, he saw the vision. Lina on top lane.
Yeah, Blade Fury comes out and all of a sudden it's 3-0 for fighting Pandas. This is a little bit of the exact opposite that we saw from them against EHOME yesterday.
Okay, the rotation on 897.
Big rotation. 3 heroes here over mid. They've got the Shockwave as well as the Skewer. 897 trying to run. They've got the Sentry. The Cold Embrace will keep him alive for a little bit longer, but only extending the inevitable. And he is dead once again. Heavy rotations coming out for fighting Pandas over mid. And
that the possibility of Legion porting in and healing him up and turning is too big.
Mid again. They've got the Shockwave. Bryle taking a lot of damage this time around. They'll rotate over VT Faded. 897 getting low. One more shot until he's gone. They'll take him out. Splinter Blast, and they've stunned up Bryle, but is it going to be enough? They look over at Snake King. They'll get 1 kill there. They've got Jinkyu trying to catch Bryle. Neither the Dragon Slave or the LSA lands, and now Moomeander's coming in. This could be really bad for EHOME. Primal Spring all the way down to finish off VT Faded, and the rotations are piss poor from EHOME. And they're about to get even worse.
Like, did you see that?
Oh, man.
It's so unfortunate. Like, EHOME
slows down that TA, which usually has those stacks in their recovery. Ooh, Epicenter top. They're looking for Faith beyond Burrow Strike a little bit short. They use the Omni Slash as well as the Blade Fury coming in. Do they have enough to get the kill? He walks away from that. Is AUI. Smoke breaks. Burrow Strike's there as they've got the Sentry Ward, so it spots the Gyro cover. He's in a lot of trouble. Now they throw the call down. Moomeander, Chain Frost coming out from AUI. Moomeander had to run for a second. They've got the Sinister Gaze. But the trap slows AUI. Dragon Slave gets the kill. Now great Winter's Curse. And I believe that was at the beginning of the epicenter for Moomeander. The LSA follows it up as well as the Lugunible. They get themselves the dual damage. They'll take out VT Faded. Primal Spring out of the low ground. Omni Slash comes in, but Faith Beyond's going to be saved by the Cold Embrace. Let's see if they're able to do anything afterwards or if they just try to disengage, and it does look like the latter. We're looking for the duel.
They have a dust.
We'll get the call down, overwhelming odds. Burrow Strike will stop the duel for a moment. They might try to keep him alive so he can get the dual damage. Monkey King, Primal Spring, and this is going to be into a bit of trouble because they've got the Winter's Curse to start it up. A Moomeander on the side gets the Burrow Strike on 2 of these heroes as well as the Epicenter coming out to follow it up as the Boundless Strike hits from Bryle. Press the attack. Sinister Gaze locks in Jinkyu. He's not dead just yet, but looking low. Maybe gonna fall, but good wait. He gets a kill before he dies. He'll die to Moomeander. The Cold Embrace. Now look for the Wukong's command from Bryle, but he won't even need it. He'll trade for Innocence.
But you have to check for it. You have to scout for it. They had 1 ward, but it's not good enough. AUI
trying to get that Sentry.
Setup coming from fighting Pandas too.
They're looking for it. The Burrow Strike hits onto the TA. They want to follow this up with something. The LSA will get thrown. Won't land on anything. They've glyphed up their creeps. Looking for this tier 1 tower over mid. And with 1 health, gets glyphed. And he's going to try and commit to this. This may not be the right move if fighting Pandas were ready to go in. But Wukong's command started off for a second. They've got the duel coming in onto the Lich. Now the Wukong's command comes up, but the LSA is going to hit on the Moomeander. Eternal Envy comes over to throw the Omni Slash out at the Legion Commander, but they've got the Cold Embrace to keep Faith Beyond alive for a little bit longer as the Blade Fury finally comes out. But the Winter's Curse is on the Jug, and they'll lose Eternal Envy. Dust coming through. There's the RP on it too. Is it going to be enough? Burrow Strike follows it up. They'll take the Aegis as well as Innocence. LSA hits onto Snake King. Now the Gyro finally following it up. They'll blink forward. Snake King in trouble. Meld Strike hits. 1 more shot. Gets the kill. Bryle gets out. But towards the Bounty Rune. Smoke's going to break. Her Refraction is out. The Burrow Strike is there. The Primal Spring to follow it up as well as the Boundless Strike. 897 caught out. And he's there with his pants down. So he loses his life to get the Bounty Runes. And Pandas there. All 5 of them are right by this shrine. They've got the Winter's Curse coming through onto Eternal Envy. That'll be with the duel coming out. The Burrow Strike's going to be a little bit short from Moomeander. Another Wukong's command comes in, but they've got the good way. They'll get the dual victory. And the Yules! It looked like a potential RP attempt from Snake King to skewer in there, but Jingqiu doing a very good job of stopping that.
Tier 2 is next.
We'll see what they allow to give up as Jingqiu nearby has the Yules. LSA hits. It actually stuns up the Monkey King as well, and now Fifion's gonna get the duel on the tree. Snake King tries to skewer him away, looks for the RP, but they've got the Cold Embrace. The Epicenter comes in, and now the RP's gonna follow it up. They'll get the kill on a Faith Beyond. They've got the Omni Slash on a VT Faded inside the Wukong's command. They'll take out the Gyrocopter, which does not have buyback. 897 is going to try and run. AY loses his life to the TA. They've got the Shrine to try and stay alive. Good Winter's Curse locks up Sneaking as well as the MK, but EE gets a kill, and he looks over now towards 897. They've got Moomiander right here, and, well, he is dead to rights.
Just a really good team fight right there happening from Fighting Pandas with the Duel and the Lina.
Burrow Strike. LSA now with the Blade Mail. Press the attack. They've got the Yules out onto the Jug. Faith Beyond trying to run, but Chengdu procs, and they've got yet another kill onto this Legion Commander, dead for 50 seconds.
Mid lane.
Mid lane, they'll look for the TA. They've got the Balance Strike as well as the Wukong's command. Sinister Gaze holds him close. Popping the BKB. Will they give chase to this? They've got the RP, so they're locking up the TA. It's a 10-second BKB. Do they have the damage to break through this? Refraction popped once again into the meld.
Blink!
Nice blink away from 897. He gets some distance, but Moomiander looking to cover ground. The Winter's Curse locks him up, but Bryle, he's still searching. He goes into the trees. Balance Strike? No, never even uses it. Thinks about going for it, and now just doubles back as they go for the tower and also find themselves Innocence.
Yep. Really good ulti by Innocence, by the way. Even though he will fall here most likely, he has Glimmer, but...
Burrow Strike coming out onto Innocence. Balance Strike as well as the Yules coming through. Look for the Wukong's command right on Innocence. Cold Embrace will keep him alive, but again, extending the inevitable.
That Aegis has just been reclaimed. That's one of the reasons why they stopped the way they did. We were talking about this reluctant.
Burrow Strike onto the Lina. Jingqiu now has the Dust, has the Yules, trying to leave, but the Balance Strike is there. Another pickoff for Fighting Pandas. He gets caught out. At least it's the 5 position, though. If you're EHOME, you're kind of happy it's just that. But I say that, and now it's Faded who's gotten caught. Eternal Envy comes in with the Omni Slash. It's going to be mitigated a little bit by Faith Beyond, but is it going to be enough to get away from this? Faith Beyond slowed up by the Diffusal Blade of Eternal Envy. They'll get the kill onto the Legion. They look for the Burrow Strike. It's going to whiff. And Gyro gets out, but they lose the Legion.
But this rush is falling super fast.
I try to get it done without the Legion. Legion, a really late buyback. They've got themselves the Burrow Strike. Now the cooldown comes out. Do they have the Winter's Curse? No. It's a Cold Embrace on the Jingqiu. Oddly played as he's skewered back into the pit and pulled out of the pit. Thanks to the Sinister Gaze. And now Winter Wyvern, he gets killed off. Bryle's godlike.
Definitely a really hard spot that they're in right now. 20k behind. The game is slowly closing around them as Fighting Pandas are pushing high ground now too.
Got no buyback on the Legion if Legion were to be taken out. Bryle, though, moving very far forward. He needs to be careful about how he approaches this, because he just is gone. But looks like they're setting up for a Burrow Strike potentially into the RP. They've got themselves the duel. Snaking waiting on the side. The Shamefall's going to bounce off this. And now they've got the Refresher Shard. TA hit by the Abyssal Blade. They'll get the kill. TA gone for 95 seconds. Meanwhile, they look over at Faith Beyond, and they've got him Yules up. Balance Strike comes in. And Winter's Curse. That'll lock them up for a time being. But now they've got themselves the RP. That'll lock down 2 VT Faded, as well as the Lina are certainly going to die. They'll lose the Winter Wyvern, and GG will be called.
Yeah, I just have to say, I love the way EHOME played this last fight. It wasn't that bad, but they're just way too far behind, and Fighting Pandas take the game easily on the hands of Envy and Bryle that were